Good evening, Hoops fans. Welcome to St. John, New Brunswick, a typically balmy summer New Brunswick day in St. John, 13 degrees and overcast. But we don't care. We're in the gym watching some hoops. It's the New Brunswick Men's League brought to you by BMB. And I'm Dave Tingley on the call here for you from the UMB St. John Gymnasium. And we start things off.
Hello, basketball fans and players. Welcome back.
And it's Flying Dutchman finished in first on in the league this year in the round robin. And of course, the reward is a date with these River Bandits in the semifinals and a red hot
Championship weekend to the inaugural season of the New Brunswick Men's League.
But yeah, certainly that's going to be the tipping point of this game, I believe, fans that we're watching here, this first game, this first semifinal matchup on playoff weekend. So these two teams face off at 7:30. We got your second semifinal, and then tomorrow afternoon, we got your 1 p.m. championship game here in the first season of this fledgling men's league, which has been a success by all measurements that the BMB people I've talked to and the players that I've talked to have all been super enthusiastic about the experience. It certainly fills in a gap for these college and university, and in some cases,
Number 5, Number 6, Number 8.
for the most part in the small college or the AUS, and we'll get into where all these guys are playing. It's not an extensive, typically these teams will have, a normal basketball team like have 12 guys. Obviously these guys, to get lots of playing time in, they keep the roster.
Number 5, Number 7, Number 8, Number 9, Jones. Number 10, and number 6, Connor Leach.
The year in the small college league this year, Noah McCarthy, Maude and Stu Vett, multiple-time All-Star in the small college league, terrific player. Luke Riley, about to be a freshman at Mount Allison, and I'll talk about Mount Allison as much as humanly possible, being as I'm a graduate. Jonas Monroe heading into his last year at Mount A, and Evan Cartwright, a UMBSJ player out of Fredericton, big guy, 6'5". The River Bandits, Norm Burry, the aforementioned two-time All-Star in the AUS. Brendan Deverex coming off a strong rookie season at Mount A. Colin Tilley heading to Acadia, joined by his brother Jack, an Acadia veteran. Riverlands coming off a really good second season at Stu. We took a big leap. Quinn DeVries, also from Stu. Chris Spurl, former UMB, an excellent player at UMB. And Caleb Schulten, a current Stu player as well. Good size on him. So the tip's going to be Luca Del Bosco, Norm Burry for us to get going here. New Brunswick Men's League, first semifinal, about the tip, and here we go. And Monroe controls the tip. Del Bosco, he's going to attack. Back out to McCarthy. McCarthy attacks with the right hand. The kick back out to Del Bosco for three, no good. Can McCarthy run it down in the corner? He cannot. And it's going to go to the River Bandits. And this tipping point we'll see. That's going to be a key matchup. And I thought it was going to be Del Bosco matched up with Burry. He's used to it, his role at Crandall, guarding bigger dudes. But it's going to be Zmerda. Zmerda's going to match up on him. We'll see if they double him as soon as he puts it on the floor. Not so far. Here comes Jonas Monroe, and they get a tip from Owen Smith, the fifth guy on the floor here for them. He's going to pop a deep three, back rims it, and the rebound comes down to one of the Tilley brothers. That is Jack, and he's going to spin in the lane. Good defense there from Zmerda. So now they've got Del Bosco watching Burry. The attack up and in for 2 points from that man. And pardon me, that was Monroe trying to guard him on that one. They'll have multiple guys running at him, I'm sure. Oh, and Monroe carves out space. Smith was wide open. Not a good pass from Jonas. Smith gets in the lane, back to McCarthy. McCarthy's going to attack. To Zmerda. He's going to attack. Solid defense here. Tilly forces a running one-hander, and then Burry squeezes the rebound away from Del Bosco. Jack Tilly. He can make that one too, can Burry. That's why he's such a problem. In and out though, and rebounded by Smith. Looking for crooked numbers on the board here. Are the Dutchman no good? Now it's Colin Tilly, the about-to-be freshman at Acadia. Oh, he can't finish. He tips it to his brother though. His brother finishes what he started, and it's a 4-point lead here early for the River Bandits. Zmerda pointing fingers here, running a little action. Now they get Monroe coming across. He's going to screen roll. He's going to pop a deep three, back rim again, and another clear out by Burry. He's got a pound advantage down there on Del Bosco. Del Bosco's a terrific offensive rebounder. Zmerda pushes the pace up to Del Bosco. Del Bosco, he's talented. He can get you down in the post just as he just did there. Yeah, he can run on the wing and finish, but he's just as comfortable in that situation there. The defense got back. He just backed you down. And he knows how to use his leverage to carve out space, and crooked numbers on the board now, and they get a stop. And it's a push from McCarthy. McCarthy's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. And as so often happens with Noah McCarthy, he leaves a defender with 2 palms pointing upward going, what'd I do? They're not going to give him a shooting. They're going to say it's not in the act of shooting. He was on the attack before the gather. Here comes Monroe. Cut from Del Bosco. Monroe loves that 1-foot follow away that way. Jonas had a rough year at Mount A, just like the entire team did. Complete roster turnover almost after a trip to the national semifinals the previous year. And offense was hard to come by. Jonas averaged about 15 points a game, but wasn't as usual efficient. He was a little less efficient than normal. Oh, and 3 people run at Norm. They can't stop him. He's going to the line for 2 free throws. Caleb Scholten also on the floor for the River Bandits. It's been very Norm Burry dominant, so I've been brought up a couple of the other guys' names Memorial this year. Wasn't as efficient as his years at UMB, but still had a terrific year. 16 points a game. Colin Tilly, the Rossay High grad, about to go to Acadia. He can't get it to go. The kick to McCarthy for 3, no good. Burry with another rebound in the corner, but did he step out of bounds? He did. And it's going to stay with the Flying Dutchman. Zmerda, rise and fire and finish. He also had a little bit of a down year as far as efficiency went this year, but that didn't matter. He was the focus of every opposing coach's defensive discussion, as there's a missed 3 on the wing that time from Chris Spurl, the wily vet from days at UNB. Spurl averaged 13 points a game in 5 years at UNB on 44% shooting, 35 from 3. And he had a couple of bigger years than that as Owen Smith gets himself going. Nice little move into the lane and a 3-point lead now for the Dutchman. Scholten on the attack there. Smith watching him tight. Tilly's going to pop a 3. He's a shot maker. Hasn't gotten himself going. There's Burry with another rebound. half dozen already by my count. Nice defense by Smyrna, timing that spin of Burry's. He's gonna pop a three. Comes up short, rebound to Schulten. He pushes it up to Spurl. He's gonna pop a three. He can make that all day. And I think they're gonna get Del Bosco on a push in the back on Burry, trying to box out, so they're gonna get 3 points.
He pushes it
and
up
they're going to maintain
Spurl.
possession. I'm actually not sure
He's
what
gonna
the
pop a three. He can
rule
make
is,
that
what
all
rules they're
day.
playing under here in this league. So I think they're going to count three, and they're going to have a possession. And Del Bosco, quite the discussion he's having with the referee. Not going to change his call, shockingly. Del Bosco subs out. We'll reset the lineups here in a minute as we go. Burry now inside, kicking it out to Tilly. Up is Deverex in the lane. Deverex is more comfortable right now as a three-point shooter. He's one of the best in the league as a freshman at Mount A. Noah McCarthy gets himself going. That's vintage Noah hanging in the lane, finishing through contact. Trying to back in is Spurl, and that worked like a charm. He had a smaller guy on him, went right into his chest, knocked him back, and he's going to the line for two. And that is Connor Leach, new onto the floor for the Dutchman.
Back in is Spurl.
Taking that foul.
Like a charm.
This is going to be a productive little trip here for last couple trips, pardon me, for the River Bandits. And again, fans, chosen, the team names chosen by ChatGPT. I'm not sure why they allowed that to happen, but yeah, there's no Dutchman on any of these teams, but one of the team names is the Dutchman and the River Bandits. So Leach. Smith now playing catch with Leach. Rise and fire. That it was never online there from McCarthy. A good three-point shooter. He had a much better last year at Stu than his first year, statistic-wise anyway. He was obviously very good his fourth year, but that fifth year he was terrific. Back over 20 points a game, good efficiency. Rise and fire from three and good, and he's got some fans in the crowd. Does Owen Smith, the Harvey native, and a UPEI player trying to carve out space there against Smith is Burry. Burry gets a double team. Now they got to scramble back to their guys, and they do nicely to the Dutchman. They secure the rebound. That's Smith. Smith, couple crossovers, gets his body into Spurl, but he can't finish. Spurl gathers that rebound. 13-10, 3:28 clock running first quarter here. First semifinal. Oh, and a miss from Spurl. Trying to chase that one down was Quinn DeVries, new onto the floor for the River Bandits. The Fredericton native and Stu player. Rise and fire from three. Leach thought he got hit on the arm. No call. And back come the Bandits. Been a defensive struggle here this first quarter. Oh, excellent defense there from Leach. Watching Jack Tilly. Tilly, though, gets into the lane, and he's going to get to the line for two free throws. Disagreement from Mr. McCarthy. Not so, though, from Leach as much. So I think probably, and he's going to be the guy with the foul. So you can see the guilt written all over his face. He knew it. Tilly fought hard for that position. Tilly played at Mary's and then went to Acadia, where his little brother's about to go. Never missed a shot from the line in his 2 years at Acadia. 19 for 19 by the statistics online. So that didn't count as a jinx because I didn't say it until after his first one that he missed. Oh, Smith now, he's feeling it. Can't get that one to go though. Battling Burry for that rebound was McCarthy, but Burry won, shockingly. He's going to have a double-double at the end of this quarter, maybe. 13-11. Bandits, a screen roll now up top with Tilly. Back to Burry. Burry's got two guys closing, rise and fire anyway. Great box out down there from Leach, and he's going to push. Hesitation and the drive. Oh, can't finish. Around the defensive DeVries. Now driving is Jack Tilly. Tilly, teardrop in the lane, back rims it, can't go, and squeezed out of there by Smith. Smith up ahead, and Leach is going to lay it in. Pardon me, Luke Riley, excuse me, into the game. Pardon me, Luke. And a drop step by Burry, and he's going to go to the line for two free throws. Excuse me, I think I was looking at mixing up my Leaches and my Rileys out there. Pardon me, I should know Luke very well. Luke on the chair of the Hoop Classic in Moncton, and Luke was a standout last couple of years at that tournament, particularly this year where he was named to the all-defensive team, and justifiably so. He is an absolute beast on that end of the floor. Well from the corners. He's a really good corner three-point shooter. I love how Kinger up there at Fredericton High runs that program. With an open three in the corner, they're instructed to take it because that's a good shot. He got a lot. His improvement in that area made him one of those 3-and-D guys you're looking for. Luke's one of them. And he's walking into Mount A as that at the very least, and that's a really good place to start as a freshman. Good at those two things, and battling down low is Burry, and cleaning up from his extra effort there was Quinn DeVries, laying it in. And we're tied at 15. Monroe baseline jumper long. There's Burry. He might already be in double figures in rebounding. Oh, the hesitation move and the finish. Jack Tilly, and palms to the ceiling. Where the Bandits, they wanted an and one on that one. I think it was a good no call. He just played through some good contact there. Oh, and taking it right away from Zmerda and going coast to coast, wanting another call. That time he got it. I don't think he should have gotten that one either. I think Monroe played him well. Maybe we'll have another look at that. River Bandits up 2 here. We'll have to go back and have a look at that one later. And I'm agreeing with Monroe. Fast speed, I agree with Jonas. It looked like he was retreating with his hands up. The referee's telling him, you did have your hands up, but you dropped them. I didn't see that, but I'll take a note here at the timestamp and go back and check it out. I don't like calling referees out if I'm wrong. Anymore. I used to not care, but now I do. I've had enough referees that are my friends that write me afterwards going, hey man, you were totally wrong. I got that call right. Oh, you know who you are. Second one for Jack Tilly, having himself a strong first quarter here. It's really been him and Norm Burry carrying things for the Bandits, and they've got themselves a 3-point lead now on a little run here. 45 left in the first quarter. Monroe on the catch, waits for things to clear, drop step. Can't finish around Brendan Deverex, but he's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Knowing Jonas like I do, that was give me the ball. I'm a little ticked that I got that call on the other end. Give me one. I'm going to get that. Over 70%. Okay, I take the jinx on that one. For a 5th year. As he goes over 2 at the line, it makes me look really foolish. As Mount A grad and former coach and cheerleader, nothing could make me happier than a 5th season of Jonas Monroe in Sackville. He shares it with Zmerja. That's where he is. Oh, and nicely done by Monroe, knocking it out of bounds. Deverex taps his chest, goes, man, that's on me. And it was a little bit of a careless inbound there. Couldn't be collected by Tilly. But that's where Zmerda just does such good work. Off 2 feet in the paint, or 2 feet from the. I was going to say I'd be shocked if that missed, but it did. But he's so solid with his 2 feet on the ground. He's got a really good 2-foot jump, gets up really high. Most guys are better off 1, he's better off 2. Good defense there, the follow dunk. I don't know if that was in time, but they're saying it was. Quinn DeVries with the big follow-up and the highlight finish to the first quarter here. Semi-final 1 of the New Brunswick Men's League. That was beautiful stuff from Quinn. Dropping out of the ceiling with the hammer live. That looked a little bit late, but I say give it to him. Who cares? Here we're going to see a highlight.
He's better off 1. He's better
I love
off
it. You
2.
see walking around baseline, didn't get boxed
there,
out,
the
and
follow
bang,
dunk.
the 2-hand finish.
I don't know if
And we go to the first quarter break with the River Bandits up 20-17. And the guys from the Dutchman, they said this was the matchup.
He's better off
They were
2.
scared of this a little bit. Tilly's in the semis. And of course, bragging rights too for these guys. No McCarthy, I can't lose to DeVries. These Stu guys, I'll never hear. Monetary on the line here. It's all pride for these guys, but these guys have, most of these guys knowing them, they've got enormous pride in hoops and what they do, so they don't want to lose any of these games to their friends / rivals. So going to the second quarter here. River lands. Will inbound the ball to start things off here for the Bandits. Coming off a really good second year at Stu. We'll get into his improvement, his second year in that league as we go. And Smyrna, he's going to get called for foul on Spurl on the jump shot. Not what you want. Nice little pin down action coming out of the first quarter break by the Bandits to give Spurl a look. Spurl went. Lead's been pushed to 4 now, trying to make it 5. And he does. He had a high of 18.5 a game. I believe his 3rd year at UMB. I'll check on that later. We're on the rise and fire. He is looking confident. Owen Smith not shy. He's getting up his shots. That was a confident looking stroke, and the lead's back down to 2. Oh, nice move by River Lance. The Rosse native. Lead back right back to 4. McCarthy now gets his chest into Colin Tilley, but turns it over. Tilley stood his ground. One thing Colin's going to need to do his first year at Acadia is get a little bit more bulky, but one thing he can do right now is make shots. He is a shot maker. Watched him in the semifinal, the NBIA semifinal in Harrison Trimble this year. Oh, and a 3 from the corner is good for Del Bosco. Don't sleep on Luca Del Bosco from 3-point range. Shot at about 33% his first year. Ooh, a little flop there from Norm. Good try. There's a little bit of contact from Noah. No harm in trying for that one. Del Bosco has it knocked away by Spurl. Now Deverex on the attack. Leaves for Lance. Smart play inside to Burry. They don't double team, and he's going to get 2. If he catches it that deep and there you don't run a double team at him, forget about it. There he is again, that man, he's feeling it. No good this time. Del Bosco can't get that rebound. Smart play by Colin Tilley, knocking that ball to Spurl. And the lead is 5 and could grow here for the Bandits. Tilley off a pin down. Now he's going to give it to crisscross pass to Deverex. That's where he excelled this year at Mount A. Front rimmed it though off the feed from Burry. And back comes McCarthy. McCarthy, he's got space to attack, and he does. Ooh, I'm shocked that wasn't 2. That's one of his specialties right there. Tilly, though, against the defense of Smyrna. Oh, Burry is that shot fake. You can't go for it. Oh, boy. He didn't make him pay for it. They got lucky on that one, did the Dutchman. Oh, the drive and kick, but wide on the pass, and it's back over. Smith has been super confident and decisive with what he's doing, but taking maybe a couple, maybe a little bit rush shots, and that one a wild pass. He's talented, though. Just had some mistakes here early. Made some nice ones, though. And Spurl, yeah, that's his shot. Rise and fire, no good. Smith can't corral it. Tried to get it to Del Bosco, no good. Now Schulten on the attack gets it knocked away. Great hands there by Riley. And McCarthy, so good at using his body to ward off defenders without getting offensive foul calls. He is just brilliant at that, using his body. Tilly has it knocked away, gets it back to Burry. Burry, he's gonna pop a three and switches it from distance. Norm Burry having a massive first half for the Bandits. Definitely a double-double at this point. Riley now, he's gonna rise and fire. Wide left on the three from him. Lead still 6. That's part of the game he's gonna have to work on. He's, like I said, he's solid from the corners from 3. But coming off screens like that, top of the key, above the break, he's still got some stuff to work on, but he is a hard worker, if nothing else. You just watch him play defense for a couple of possessions, you get that. Oh, a nice move, good footwork from Lance. River Lance now gives the Bandits an 8-point lead. Smith now. Smyrna feels a double team coming, spins over to McCarthy. McCarthy back to Smyrna, back to McCarthy. They play catch. McCarthy no good until he secures that rebound. So the Bandits, or the Dutchman, pardon me, a little cold one end, and now it's been the Norm Burry on this end. He's got that leaning one-footer. And they're gonna get, yeah, they're gonna get Spurl. Riley being a pest down there. You're gonna have to knock him to the floor to get him off you at times, and Spurl did there, shut him. And Luke Riley doing Luke Riley things, earning a new possession. So we'll see where they're gonna go to get some offense here. The three-point shot hasn't been reliable so far. McCarthy's missed a couple of, you know, bunny-ish type shots that normally he makes a high percentage on. Smith, like I say, has had a couple of uncharacteristic kind of turnovers. He's gonna launch a turnaround. Man, it's been a little bit too much of that for the Dutchman. Just going one-on-one. And talking to these guys before, they prided themselves on playing in a way that not a lot of teams have been doing this summer. Really team ball, not any of the, you know, just clear out, go one-on-one stuff. Tilly, solid defense that time from the Dutchman. Smith on the board, he's gonna push, and here's McCarthy. McCarthy being watched by Spurl. High screen now here with Smith and Del Bosco. Del Bosco rolls, doesn't get it. And Smith again, turn around, no good. Tilly able to squeeze that board, and they got numbers if they push, and they do. Wide open in the corner for 3, and it is good, and that is River Lance. Lands off a nice feed, good push ahead from Schulten. The right last pass, and now this lead is double digits for the first time. Del Bosco gets inside, can't finish. There's Riley, though, battling that board, and he's gonna earn him another possession. We're gonna have 3 new subs in here for the Dutchman. Let's see if Monroe and Leach and Cartwright change the fortunes a little bit here offensively. Murda in the post, going to a tough righty hook shot. Karimish couldn't go. Every shot they're taking right now is difficult and defended. Terrific job here by the Bandits on the defensive end, and they're getting whatever they want down here as well. Pull-up jumper, no good. There's Burry trying to get around Del Bosco. Del Bosco outfights him, and Monroe comes back to pull in the board. Monroe shares it to Del Bosco. Del Bosco's going to pop a three again, a little bit early. Another three from Leach. That doesn't go. So I'm not sure what the percentage is here in the first quarter, but not a lot of threes going in for the Dutchman, and they've missed a couple of box outs there. There's another one. Cut from Tilly. He's going to pop a baseline jumper, no good. There's Monroe again. And Leach is going to push. Dribble handoff. Smyrna. Another one. Early three, no good. It's got a feel of them trying to get back in this game with one or two possessions instead of just relying on good shots. That's a good kick-ahead pass. Lovely stuff from Connor Leach. And Smyrna collects and finishes. And a little quick one there from Tilly. Giving the Dutchman another chance here to pull things closer. They've got it back to single digits now. They're going to go down to Del Bosco. He kicks it all the way over to Cartwright. One more pass. Oh, good take from Connor Leach, but couldn't get that teardrop to go. So just a little bit inconsistent here, shooting-wise in the first half for the Dutchman. And Spurl with his feet set in a three. Smyrna beats Tilly to that ball and then kicks it ahead to Leach, and Leach on the finish. And now a little timeout here for the Bandits and a little run here for the Dutchman, giving them a little bit of confidence. You get a couple runouts here, easy hoops, lay-ins off of some questionable River Bandits shots. They push it to a 10-point lead and had a couple of possessions here where they decided to launch some early threes. Timeout here for the Bandits will be, hey guys, let's get back to how we were dominating this game a little bit here. Let's not let them get those runouts off of bad looks by us. Let's get that ball. Let's have Norm touch the ball every time he's on the floor once, for sure, because good things are happening when he touches it there in the post. It's been interesting. The Dutchman run at him every single time. They've let him operate in the post a couple times and paid for it. And his rebounding has been exceptional so far in this first half. At least a dozen rebounds already here in the opening half of this first semifinal. So he's got himself a double-double, does Norm Burry. All right, out of this timeout, the 2:25 left in the first half. The Dutchmen want to win themselves this last 2:25 segment. Trying to have this be a 5-point game at halftime. Another nice shot fake from Burry and an open three from Spurl. You can't fall for that shot fake. It's tempting though. It's Jokic-ish from Burry there out on the wing. He gets people every time with that. And if you're helping off of Spurl, you're going to pay. Oh, nice lefty kick from Monroe for a wide open three. And there's the difference right now in this first half. Bandits have made some shots, and the Dutchmen haven't. It's make miss sometimes, this sport. Good defense there by Monroe, cutting off Tilly on the baseline. And some friendly exchange of words there. These guys are mostly all friends. Mostly. And even, and you know, look, they're friends, but like, you don't, as it was when I was this age, yeah, we're friends, but if I lose to you, it's going to really make me angry. Burry short on that three. Monroe with another rebound. He's collecting those in bunches himself. Zmerda on the attack, and there's that help again. Tilly, he's been a pest on the defensive end. Gets it back from Burry. Can't beat Monroe. Good defense there from Jonas. Back to Spurl. Side's cleared out for him to take it. Good defense there from the Dutchman. And securing that board nicely was Zmerda. Yeah, that wasn't a great decision there by Smith either. He had a wide open Zmerda at the top of the key. He thought he'd lost Tilly on that shake, but he had not lost him. And he tried to sell the foul with that follow through, but that wasn't going to land either. Well, that looks like it's going the other way. It is. Ooh, no, it's not. I thought for a second they were pointing. Yeah, and I think they're going to change it up. Yep, that's the right call. That was clearly went out off the Bandits, off the tip from Monroe. So the players won one that time. They lobbied Jonas pretty hard. He got it back, but 10-point lead here. And the Rise of Fire, and again from distance, the Dutchmen are not flying right now. They are grounded on those threes. Ice cold. And yeah, that's just a recipe for disaster. You go for the steal on Burr, you don't get it. Now you're cut out of rotation, and he just knows how to get fouled and finish through contact. And Burry is going to go to the line for 2 free throws. He was a all-star at the national tournament level one year with the I think the U15s at the BNB level. Finishes the 3-point play, and that lead is now 13 points for the Bandits. Pardon me. The Dutchman can hold for the final one. Gonna run a screen roll here. Monroe and Del Bosco. Monroe pulls it back, and now he attacks again. Good kick. Wide open 3, but there's your story of the first half. Just can't make any shots, can these Dutchmen? That one was Leach. Freshman to be at UNB, transferring from 212 Academy in Sarasota, Florida, into Zmerda. Zmerda's going to have to be the guy to throw it up. No good. There's Monroe on the rebound. And at the buzzer, he gets it stripped. And, yeah, just a rough first half scoring-wise for the Dutchman. Didn't do a terrible job defensively. I mean, look, Burry definitely got his. Jack Tilly got his. But really, besides Spurl, I suppose, got his too. But really, the scoring came in kind of bunches there for the Bandits from Burry and Spurl, and really not bad at that end. It's just they can't get anything to go at the other end of the floor, and they're going to have some meetings here for some answers here as we take our 5-minute break for halftime. I'll see you back here in a couple. annual championship weekend. I'm pretty confident in saying that. They've had good signs here from the participation from the guys, and looking forward to next season. And listen, anytime I get to call more hoops, it's just fine with me. So I thank B&B and Ryan Chase and the boys and girls there for asking me to participate in this. I'm honored as always when anybody includes me in the action. I'm so desperate to be included. Thank you, people. But yeah, it was fun first half, fans, but not so much of the fun in the second half for the Flying Dutchman. Couldn't get anything to go, just stuck in the mud offensively. A lot of shots early in the shot clock, a lot of contested turnaround, hand in the face shots late in the shot clock as well. Just didn't have any flow. We'll see. They get the first crack at things here. Let's see if they can get things flowing a little better here to start the second. Smyrna. Good fake handoff to Monroe. The reverse pivot finds himself wide open and bangs it through, and that's a good start for the Dutchman. Now defensively here, they've got to have answers. This guy had a good first half, but it's really all about number 10, who's not starting the second half. Scholten tries to get the pass down there to Tilly. Tilly gets it back to DeVries. Now Tilly's going to go to work here. He had a terrific first half, and that's a really good start to this second half for the Dutchman. An easy baseline jumper from Smyrna, who really could stand to get himself going a little bit.
Tilly's going to go to work
shots,
here.
I think.
He had a terrific first half, and that's a real...
That he's in his wheelhouse that he's comfortable with in the first half. Oh, he's going to get up another one. He's got up two real fast here. 5 quick ones from Ethan, and he can get it going. It's just like that. The lead's down to 8. DeVries now attacking a closeout, pulls up and gets that one-hand floater to go. Quinn DeVries. Excellent move by him. The lead back up to 10. McCarthy now using the screen of Monroe. Smyrna feeling it a little bit. And Monroe, smart play from him. No. Ankles were out of bounds. Needed one size smaller shoe. Did Jonas. Good read by him, though. That 3 was wild from Smyrna. Now they're going to throw it to DeVries down here in the post. Let him go to work against Del Bosco. Del Bosco does a good job standing his ground and collecting that rebound. Luka was pretty quiet in the first half. See if he can get himself going a little bit. Oh, the pull-up. I think they're going to get him called for a travel. Yeah. Just couldn't keep his balance there. Had 3/4 of a good move. Got 2 feet in the paint, but couldn't stay on his feet. Turnover back to the Bandits. Spurl now, sizing up Smyrna. Ethan stands his ground, forces a difficult fadeaway. Good play inside by DeVries to knock that one back out. Spurl gets a second chance, no good, but there's Scholten down there. He can't make a bunny. Finds its way back to Del Bosco. Del Bosco is going to push. Gets it knocked away. Man, that is at least 5 steals now from Tilly, and they've all been the same thing, just taking it away from a ball handler. And a good kick-ahead pass to DeVries, and he lays it in. So good minutes here from DeVries to start this second half. Oh, smooth move from Smyrna. Boy, yeah, that looked like, yeah, I get the complaint there from the Dutchman. It certainly looked like Monroe was held on that baseline move. Tough for him to catch the ball in bounds when he's having his arm tugged on, but. And then kind of visibly frustrated now a little bit of the Dutchman. And now they're going to complain a little bit about that one. Monroe being called on the reach-in. So good start to the second half, but now this lead right back to 12. And a chance to extend here for the Bandits without Burry on the floor. 3 from Tilly's wide right. So now a good look at a score here. go a long way to settling some emotions down here, I think, for the Dutchman. Oh, and an and one on the jumper for Owen Smith and his cheering section here. Love that one. He's got the friends and family up here in the crowd, does Owen. I don't know if it's UPEI fans, Harvey fans, or if he just brought his buddies with him for the weekend. I don't know, but that was good stuff from him, and the lead's back down to 9. Hasn't been closer. They got it closer here a couple minutes ago, did the Dutchman. Oh, and a nice defensive effort there from McCarthy, making Tilly throw up a difficult one, and yeah, Dutchman earned themselves a possession. Even there, they were wondering why there was a discussion. They felt it was obviously their ball. I don't know if they're not going to buy a beard for the refs after the game as it stands right now. They're feeling a little bit slighted here, are the Dutchmen. They feel that way. McCarthy trying to go through. Yeah, that's good stuff from him. And Tilly, again, palms up, but that's what Noah does. He just knows how to use his body to get to that free throw line. He just does. Just can't. Just stay solid. Make him make shots over you. He's a good, not great free throw shooter. I think Noah, if there was a bit of a weakness, it would be probably at the line. And there he goes and misses two. That's been a weakness here for the Dutchman overall in this game. And Rose missed a couple at the line. He's missed a couple. I mean, they're not elite 90% free throw shooters, but they're good free throw shooters. Spurl, yeah, that's a reach in, I think, from Zmerda. Spurl's going to go to the line now. So they had a chance to shrink the lead to 7, and now it could go right back up to 11. If Spurl gets his free throws to go. Spurl, quite the family name around the province. His dad coached me. U15, I believe, BNB back in the day. U15. I'm going to turn 50 on my next birthday, so that's a while ago. Shout out to Glenn if you're listening. Luca Del Bosco doesn't like what he sees, gets it back to Smith. 2 feet in the paint. Extra pass to Del Bosco with his feet set. Oh boy, they're gonna have to get a couple of those to go. Or the Dutchmen, if they're gonna get back in this, they just had some wide open threes. They can't knock anything down right now. Tilly had his pass inside for Burry, who's back on the floor after a lengthy break, and I consider that a win if I'm the River Bandits, playing almost the first half of this quarter without Burry and only losing those minutes by 2 points. Now he's got himself a one-on-one again. Kicks it, Tilly now. It's been his running partner today. Can't get that one to go though. Smith pulls down the rebound. Now Owen Smith's gonna go to work. Running right-hander, boy, it's a tough shot. He missed a couple of tough shots that I felt he could have shared a little bit, the rock a little bit in those situations in the first half, but I mean, look, they go in, you can't argue with success. And he is confident right now. Deverex in the corner off the kick from Burry. And Brendan Deverex made a ton of those this year in his first year with Mount A. Yeah, and that's going to be a travel call, and it's a good one. Smith doesn't agree, but that lead right back to 12. Tilly the Younger is going to check out. River lands, comes in. Lands started almost every game his second year at Stu, didn't start any games his freshman year, and raised his scoring average from 4 to almost 11 a game in 25 minutes, and his efficiency went way up. Sometimes you get more opportunities, and that scoring average might go up, but your efficiency goes down. Not River. Shot 43%, 36-73 from 2-3 and at the foul line. With over 5 boards, about 2 assists and a steal. So not bad for a second-year guy. Come off a first year where he only got 8 minutes a game. Solid contributor. Another miss here at this end for the Dutchman. Deverex. That's the next part of his game. Look, you love to see that if you're a fellow Mount A fan. Knocking down the 3-1 possession and then attacking that closeout, the next one. The pull-up for McCarthy. Can't get that one to go. Good hustle from Zmerda running it down. New possession. It's just such an effort for the Dutchman right now to score, and that's going to be another travel. It is, yeah. The footwork. So the turnovers and the missed shots are just piling up here for the Dutchman. You can see Jonas Monroe just kind of shaking his head at his guys going, I don't know, man, I don't know what to do right now. So Monroe's going to check out along with McCarthy and Del Bosco. Now, it's getting to dicey time here. I mean, not that this Dutchman team can't come back from a 15-point deficit, but this is a time here now where if there's another run from the Bandits here to end this quarter, then you start getting a little concerned in the block. Gorgeous one from Zmerda, saying no to Tilly the vet as he made a foray towards the basket there. Long strides, but Zmerda kept up with him. Schulten turns the corner. Tilly inside to that man, Norm Burry, and he is, I don't know what his numbers are. We don't have a running stat tally here, but he is having a tremendous game, and Smith gets it knocked away. Again, those hands of Jack Tilly. Ridiculous. 6 steals at least, and there's that shot fake again from Burry. Splits the defense, gets all the way to the hoop and out. Just like I said, if the next run here is the River Bandits, then you're getting into dangerous territory if you're the Dutchman, and they are stuck 18. Oh boy, they needed that one badly. Ugh. Like water in the desert. Zmerda down to 15, 57-42, 2:22 clock running. And that's going to be a foul in there on Smith. Trying to body Norm Burry.
Down to 15, 57-42, 2:22
along with
clock
all
running.
of his basketball plaudits as Tilly sneaks inside. Oh, and loses Smith. Lovely stuff. Now you see him, now you don't. Oh, that was gorgeous from Colin for 2 more. And the lead back to 17. Zmerda comes up short. Burry with another one. I was going to say, along with his on-court stuff, a 4-time academic All-Canadian is Burry. And there's 2 more inside. Man, he is a load. No answers for him today from the Dutchman. Good stop and go from Smith, but again, he attracted 3 bodies. An extra pass would have gotten a much more open shot. Burry inside, blocked from behind from Zmerda that time. Boy, that was lucky. Zmerda was with that instinctual block from behind, bailed out the team there. That was going to be a 21-point lead for sure. Zmerda hesitates, swings to Smith. Now, Cartwright. Zmerda. And again, another, yeah, that time they get bailed out, but boy, they are just having they're having a tough time just, I mean, the ball gets stuck with them right now. From the sounds of things, I haven't seen them play before today, but from the sound of things, this wasn't the way that their offense was running most of this summer. It was moving. The ball was being swung around the perimeter with ease, and these guys are just, the ball's getting stuck. The Bandits are out in passing lanes. When the ball gets on the floor, there's been, I mean, Tilly has been an absolute bandit with that ball today. At least, like I said, at least 6 steals, if not more. That's just by my count in my head here. He has been an absolute pest when that ball's gone on the floor, and then you've had Burry there cleaning up misses left, right, and center. At least 15 boards. I think he might have a 25 and 15 game going already at this point, Norm. So combine all those elements, and then the lack of three-point shooting from the Dutchman. They've really got nothing going from distance, so they've lost that battle, I think. There's definitely been, I mean, look, Burry's made a couple, Sproul's made a couple, Lands has made a couple. I mean, there's definitely been some made threes, so they're winning that battle as well are the Bandits. It's just been, you add all those elements up, and it's just difficult. And again, another miss. It's a good shot from Zmerda. He's made that shot millions of times in his career. Just not today. It's just not, doesn't look like it's the, it just looks like one of those days. And there's another three, a big quarter from Deverex. Pushes that lead to 22. Brennan, 7 points, 3.5 boards in his freshman year at Mount A on over almost 37% shooting from the three-point line. And also another one, barely one turnover a game. Not big assist numbers from him. His assist turnover ratio just was about break even, but not a lot of assists, but not a lot of turnovers. So a freshman who's made shots and obviously making strides there with his secondary playmaking, attacking that closeout we saw earlier as Smith has to hoist one up late in the clock, no good. Rebounded by Schulten. So you look for those strides from between the first and second year. So he's made a couple threes in this quarter, attacked the closeout, 8 points, a couple boards from him. So good stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm focusing on Mount A people. Just, you know, you're gonna have to deal with it, people. I apologize. Oh, the pretty look inside, but it's just too late on the horn. Oh, that was a gorgeous feed, and Burry, as with his usual, great hands and feet, spun out of it and laid it in, but a couple of tenths late. And we'll go to the fourth quarter here. And just like I said, with 3.5 minutes left, that the next run's got to come from the Dutchman. It didn't. It came from the Bandits. And now we're going to go to the fourth quarter with the Dutchman, the first place Dutchman, stuck 22, 64-42. And it's going to take a monumental effort in the fourth quarter to get them through to the final, the first season of this New Brunswick Men's League. Brought to you by B&B, played here at the lovely UMBSJ. And congrats to Paul Vaughn, the coach of UMBSJ. He's here in the crowd watching. Congrats to him and Zmerda and Mr. Cartwright, and who else is in this game from? No, that's a lot of the UMBSJ guys in this game. We'll have a couple more in their upcoming game, but those guys, yeah, went from. I mean, look, 2 years ago, UMBSJ went winless. I mean, winless. They went from winless to 500 to the league champions and winning a game at nationals. I mean, you can't ask for much better than that out of the first few years of a career. So Paul Vaughn, good friend of mine, his son that I coached, U16 way back in the day for B&B, and now followed up his years at KV by taking over that job. Doing a terrific job with the UMBSJ Seawolves, and I'll be looking forward to talking to him in between games, talking about next year, seeing where they're going, what's their next step. Because at Nationals, yeah, they were in, I mean, they won only one game at Nationals, but they were in all the games. So proud, made the small ACAA Small College League proud with their showing out there at Nationals. Burry again gets McCarthy this time to go for that fake. He sells it every time. He could sell snow to Eskimos, could Norm Burry, based on that sell job he does on that shot fake from three. It is killer. He's just so clever. Schulten now. Dribble handoff. Trying to turn the corner and can't. Can DeVries. Shares it. 3 from the wing from lands against the clock, and that's really been the difference today. They just have made shots when they've needed them, and nothing's gone down on the other end for the Dutchman. A couple from this guy. That's about it. I can't consciously remember anybody else making a 3. I guess Smith made 1, but I mean, it's just been such a struggle with Burry playing at the level he's playing at. Shares that ball to the corner. Good one more pass. DeVries on the attack, not there. Back to Burry. Burry's got 5 in the clock, so he's going to put up a 3. Back rims it. Smith pulls it down, and they got to push. 25-point deficit. We've seen some comebacks like this in the NBA in the playoffs. There's that. Boy, he loves that running one-hander. Does Smith. He's made that one a couple of times. The first one was a little more difficult, but that one wasn't easy. Lead down to 23. Block shot there, nicely done from Zmerda, and he's going to run the floor, gets it. Good kick-ahead pass from McCarthy. Stripped there from Schulten, out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Dutchman. So, yeah, I mean, we saw some amazing comebacks in the NBA playoffs, multiple 20, 18, 15, whatever point comebacks, with 25 in the fourth. Not sure that's going to be possible today. But Del Bosco spins and fires and gets one to go. He's been quiet. That was a beautiful move from Luka. Lead down to 21, last 4 to the Dutchman. Tilly inside to Burry. Burry, another block by Zmerda. He's got him twice there recently. That time blocked it out off the back of his head. It's going the other way. Zmerda now. Watched by Lands. Looking for Smith, not there. Del Bosco gets it to Smith. Smith's going to pop a 3. Back rims that one. Good box out there. Tilly the younger. Gets it to Lands. Back to Tilly. Calm things down. Yeah, didn't have a good angle on that one. Inside to DeVries. Good pressure there from the Dutchman. If they've got any chance, they've got to make a huge run, and it's got to start right now. Monroe spins and fires. Good footwork and 1. Yeah, nicely done from Jonas Monroe. The last 6 to the Dutchman, and they cooking with gas a little bit here now. Are your number 1 seeds for the playoffs. DeVries on the foul. Couldn't contain Jonas on that footwork. But they've missed a lot of free throws trying to reverse. Oh, I reverse jinxed him. There we go. The lead down to 18. Not interesting yet, but Burry again with the shot fake. Weren't able to capitalize on it and run on the floor. They're going to get another chance here. Oh, had to go behind the back. It worked out. Oh, yes, that was just how Noah McCarthy drew it up. But look, that was great instincts for Noah. He's smiling. He knows it was lucky, but you got to be good to be lucky in a situation like that. The ball was behind him, and he just instinctually tapped it behind the back to Luka. It was a little bit of luck, but skill too. And Luka, can he take advantage? He gets the free throw to go. Okay. Still not, it's 15 with 7 minutes left. This isn't looking likely still, but it's certainly getting interesting. More than it was a few minutes ago. Down under 9 again now, or under 10. Now it's 5 on the clock. Good denial. The Dutchman's got a chance here. It's going to be an open 3 for Smith. Can he get it to go? No, boy, that would have been huge. They collect the rebound, though. Smith gets on the floor. Back to Monroe. Zmerda to McCarthy. Another chance at a 3. No. Oh, boy, 2 chances to make it interesting. Referees blow it dead here. Boy, that would have gotten it down to 12. with 6.5 left. Little cleanup problem here down on the baseline with all the bodies diving on the floor. So look, the Dutchman shaved 5 points off of this lead that was 25. So at least it's interesting here now with 6.5 minutes left on the clock. And inbounding it will be Riverlands. And they're looking to get a real good shot here. And they do. Spurl for 3 in the corner. Ooh, big one for the Bandits. Nice drive and kick. Gorgeous stuff from Jack Tilley. He's been really good supporting Burry. Oh, and McCarthy can't get his game off there from the perimeter. Nobody really can for the Dutchman today. Like I say, I've said many times, that's the difference. A little shot making today. Tilley drives that closeout. The younger Tilley can't get it to go. Finds its way to Burry, and Burry's going to get hacked and put on the line. Rebounding's been a bit of a story too. I think rebounding numbers, if they were keeping stats, would be strongly in the favor of the Bandits. Burry's done work down there, but just not a huge advantage, but definitely some extra possessions on the offensive glass for the Bandits compared to the Dutchman as well. So good foul though. He missed 1 out of 2. Bandits still feeling comfortable, but you know, another 10-0 burst here, or something similar for the Dutchman. Things could start to get interesting again, but no, wild, a little bit wild there from Zmerda. Couldn't get it to go. Now Colin Tilley to Spurl to Jack Tilley. Oh, and an open 3, and it's good, and man, Lance has been really good. That's at least 3 threes for him. So the 3-point shooting numbers has really been wildly to the advantage of the Bandits. And now another turnover, and Power comes up limping, or Smith, pardon me, Owen Smith comes up limping. And another 3 goes down. This time for Spurl. Oh, and the lead is back to 25. Boy, I was getting excited there. The Dutchman had a couple of wide open 3s with a chance to pull it to 12 with 6.5 left. And quick as you like, the lead's back out to 25 for the Bandits. And now it's going to take a small miracle here for the Bandits not to be involved in tomorrow afternoon's 1 p.m. championship game in the New Brunswick Men's League. First annual. I say annual, I'm confident. It's not going to be the last year of this league. The guys have enjoyed it. As I've said, the crowds have enjoyed it. B&B's thinks highly of the first year product that they put on here, so you'll see this back next year in a similar form, maybe an expanded question mark form. That'd be exciting. So stay tuned between now and next year, fans. We'll see if this is, it's definitely going to be back, whether it's in the same form or new other teams join in. We shall see. And oh boy, Jonas Monroe, I think that's his 5th. The way he turned and looked and took off his bandana, yeah. Tossed it aside.
It's definitely going to be back, yeah. Whether it's in the same
It's
form
been one of those games.
Other teams join in. We shall see.
Be
oh boy.
Evan Cartwright replacing him on the floor for these last 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Skip pass to Spurl. Spurl looking inside to that man. And oh boy, he's got everything in his tool chest, doesn't he? Drop steps, both hands, lefty finish over that shoulder. That's not an easy shot. Zmerda on the rise and fire, back rims. Skip pass over here to Cartwright. Cartwright thought about it. Zmerda with a nice kick over to Noah McCarthy, and McCarthy's got to be going, oh, sure, now. The shots start going in. That's more like it from Noah, more like what we're used to from him. Oh, Murray just got the spot carved again. And Spurl on the gorgeous feed to him, and that's, I mean, I don't know his final stats. It's got to be, I mean, it's possible he's got a 30-20. Possible. That's how it feels, that's for sure. From Norm Burry, he's been just tremendous. So has Spurl. Spurl, when he's not been feeding him like that, he's been making threes, just like Jack Tilley. That's really been a three-headed monster. And I believe, okay, with the, all right, I guess with the deficit in the game, with the time that's left, that game is decided. So your final score is going to be 81-55. The River Bandits take out the Flying Dutchman. And we'll be seeing these Bandits in here tomorrow afternoon. And which of our late game teams, which of the Spartans and the High Toppers, which one of them is going to have the assignment of slowing down Norm Burry, Jack Tilley, and Chris Spurl? We're about to find out, fans. So we'll see game number 2. We'll get started here in about 20 minutes. So I'll take a little break here, and I'll see you back then for semifinal number 2. Coming up, Spartans, High Toppers. We'll see you back here.